there's a question here, and her lawyer says, when his name, image, and reputation was at stake, and he was accused of hacking my client's emails and was also accused of being in a relationship with my client, besides there being a charge on him that he has sent a lot of stuff in the last 6 months to my client, and therefore there cannot be any imposter. When this situation was going on the 24th of May 2014, then why did Mr. Hrithik Roshan not bother to find out what exactly was the stuff which was sent by my imposter to my client? And why did Hrithik file a complaint belatedly without the knowledge of my client after 7 months, only after he had collected sufficient one-sided, unreliable and fabricated emails from my client's hacked email accounts? The basic question in simple English is, if you're being sent explicit mails, vulgar mails, suggestive mails, amorous mails, lustful mails, seductive mails, allurement mails, whatever mails, why did you keep receiving the mails?
The word is offensive.
Why did you keep receiving the mails?
If I send you an email right now,
yeah,
how would you stop the email from entering your inbox?
I'll block you.
In my computer, it did not offer me any blocking option. There is no blocking option in your laptop. If you have a MacBook Pro, that's what I have, there is no option that shows up like WhatsApp to block. It is not there. I have hunted. Believe me, I have. When people said, why didn't you block? Why didn't you block? I said, what the hell? Why didn't I block it? Yeah, let's open the laptop and look for this blocking option. It's not there. So what are people talking about? You cannot block. You can only either spam it or junk it. And that also the computer learns over time to select those.
Did you spam it? Did you junk it?
Yes, immediately.
And it kept coming. Did you read the mails?
I must have read about 40 or 50 of them.
How many mails came?
3,000 odd mails.
What percentage of it was explicit?
The ones that I read. I read about 50 of them or 60 of them, and then after 2 years, when for the first 2 years, the harassment was it was limited to my laptop. But in 2016, after 2 years, the harassment became public. She was talking about how I am a silly ex and stuff like that, and that is when I got afraid.
No, 1 minute. Go back. You are receiving mails now.
Yeah.
By now you're receiving mails. How many mails? 2, 3, 4, 5 mails a day? A mail a day? More than a mail a day?
Yeah.
Pictures?
5, 6. Yeah.
Videos?
Not videos.
Pictures?
No videos.
Still pictures?
Some videos, yes.
Still pictures?
Still pictures.
Of what?
Her private pictures that,
Hrithik, let me get it right here. By this time, you have received some 3,000 emails. Most of them are explicit. Large number of them are explicit. And you have continued receiving these emails for a long time. Yes. And she says, her version is that you've gone completely crazy by now in your obsession about her, that you've started hacking into her emails to send yourself the emails pretending to be her.
Yeah.
Right? That's the version which we've got from her.
That is the version, yes.
Yeah. And you kept receiving these emails. What doesn't add up is that on the one side you say you were scared, but on the other side you haven't responded by doing anything. If it was 1 email, 2 emails, 3 emails, I can understand.
Yeah.
But how can anyone receive 3,000 emails from one person, threatening, explicit, of whatever type, multiple times a day and do nothing about it?
Well, first of all, if I have hacked these mails
and sent myself 20, 30 mails a day, 3,000 mails for over whatever number of months. If you read the contents of the mail, it recounts the happenings of her entire day. It recounts what she has been doing, what she ate, who are the people that she met, what were the conversations, plus the pictures.
Yeah.
I could not have possibly. First of all, hacking is not something that is an everyday. It's not like changing a battery in your phone. It's a very, very technical. You need some kind of device or something to hack someone's mail. Chalo, I hacked the mails, and I have sent myself emails. But how can I send myself pictures that she has taken. These are very, very private pictures. And some
No,
of them...
she says that you took videos and pictures of her. If I go back to Rangoli's first email, she says pictures and emails were taken by her. Maybe you had taken intimate... I'm just saying here, I'm playing devil's advocate, that maybe you had taken intimate pictures of her when you were in a relationship with her and then started obsessing about her and sending back to yourself, pretending to be her intimate pictures.
Yeah, well, that just, it depends on the assumption that I've had a relationship. I have not.
You have?
I have not. There is no relationship. These are the first times in my life that I'm receiving mails from this person's ID. First time in my life. And they are recounting her days. I mean...
Why didn't you send one reply to her? Kangana, this is Hrithik from his original email ID.
Arnab,
I would not want to receive any such sexually explicit emails from you.
My higher understanding of life has taught me that sometimes ignorance is the best way to dissuade somebody from, or discouraging someone from actions which are intrusive like this. This is not the first time.
Understanding? I'm not getting you.
This is not the first time that I have had somebody sending me mails like this. There have been situations in my life where I have received umpteen number of mails which were all random, one person just constantly being obsessive. And I learned in my past that if my ignorance discouraged that and it stopped. I was hoping that my non-reaction would discourage this act. And it's not that I have just been passive about it. I have been troubled. I have been concerned. I have spoken to friends. I've spoken to the people in the industry. That what should I do? Do you know somebody who is a friend of hers? Could you help me just find access?
Reply? See, okay, so in the email...
Why did not reply?
In the email on 13 July 2014 from Kangana's email ID to your ID, it says, before I send you the next email, I'd like you to tell me when and where you would like to receive my messages. When you received this mail, my question to you is, why didn't you reply and clarify things?
I already did.
No, where is the mail? Why did you write one mail to her?
One month
I would
back.
not like to... No, you can say, Dear Kangana, this is Hrithik. I would not like to receive your mails and messages. Particularly, specifically, do not send me sexually explicit messages. With regards, thanking you, Hrithik Roshan.
The effect that my conversation with Rangoli a month ago, the effect that had on me, when I heard terms like rape, when I had already, if you read the contents of the mail, this is. I didn't find any kind of coherence in their language, or it was a mess.
Now, in your email on 13th August 2014, according to your police complaint, Kangana used sexually explicit language and deliberately attempted to entice you. Why didn't you file a police complaint earlier?
As I said,
Your first police complaint is in 2016.
A police complaint would go public. I would have had to maybe name the person. I did not want to get into that. I was going through my own problems at that time. And I also want to establish here that while these mails were coming to me, I was a single man. I was a single man, 2014, 2015, 2016. I've been a single man. I could have replied. I could have even made a phone call. I could have sent one SMS saying, okay, fine, come over. I could have. Thank God I did not, because if I had sent even one SMS or one phone call, I would not have been able to fight this case.
So you're saying she was trying to collect evidence against you?
Sorry?
You're saying she was trying to collect evidence against you?
I don't know what she was doing.
Because in an email dated 15th August 2014, it says, do you find it weird to receive my mails at your work mail ID?
Yeah.
And it says, should I try sending mails on your earlier ID, email.com1? No, 1 minute. 1 minute, Hrithik. This is not innocent. If you had replied to this, say, you could send it to that ID or this ID, that would have been an acknowledgement that the email ID was the ID which you were using.
Anything I would have replied would have constituted an exchange. I did not want to associate with this at all. It was not in alignment with my higher purpose in my life. I am in alignment with doing constructive work. I am a creative person. I believe in productive work. I have my kids. There are a lot of things that I was building at that time. I had no interest in this. I had no interest. Until it came to a point where it started manifesting in the outside world. This was in my inbox. I can handle that. There's a lot of things in my life that I have handled without treating myself as somebody who's a victim or somebody who can't handle something and gets rattled. I do not get rattled. I deal with my problems. If this is a problem, I know what to do with it. I can just brush it aside and continue with my life.
Hrithik, why were you not protecting yourself?
That was a mistake.
Why were you not protecting yourself? I mean, I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
No, the one